Hi, welcome to Analytics for All. This is lesson 4 in our second module of the Python for Data Science course. This module is Data Manipulation and Management. And this lesson we're going to be covering the Pandas module from Python, and most specifically the series function within the Pandas module. Now, as with all my lessons, I have a write-up on my website, analyticsforall.org. I'll put a link for this down in the description, but for now, let's just hop over to our Jupyter Notebook. Okay, so Pandas is a really great data management manipulation type tool. This really, it brings almost Excel spreadsheet type functionality to your Python program. So if you guys are familiar with spreadsheets, familiar with working in SQL with columns and rows, this is, you're gonna like Pandas, trust me. But first thing we're gonna start with Pandas is series. And I want you to notice how I did my import this time. Notice I didn't just say import Pandas. I said from Pandas, I want you to import series. You notice the series is capitalized, and Python is very much a case of case sensitivity. So if you don't capitalize, it's not going to work. What this does is instead of importing the entire Pandas library, we're importing just what we want, series. Uh, in a tiny program like this, it doesn't much matter. But if you start to get in really big programs, this will can cause a memory, especially I've got programs where I bring in 13, 14 libraries. It can be an issue. You chew up too much memory. So this is just another method to do it where I'm saying from Pandas import series. So I go ahead there. And now because I've picked series out, it already knows I don't have to indicate it as Pandas anymore when I go down. So what does series do? Well, let's take a look. So we're going to have a series, and it's got the parentheses in there, and it looks like a list here. And I've got a list, I've got a mixed list, I've got characters and a number. Let's see what happens. I run this, and it comes out, and it gives me my list, but it also gives me an index. It actually shows me the index. I can see my index numbers, unlike a regular list where you just have to know. And again, it does start as Python, so it starts at 0. But here we go. So if you look, you call it just like you would a regular list. 2, 2 is 4. If I called it at 0, it's going to come back with A. Okay. Another cool thing you can do with a series is, give myself some space here so I can zoom up for you here, is I can give my own index. Instead of just having it give me an index of numbers, I can give it an index. So here I've got a series I'm putting in here of 4284, an index of dog, person, spider, cat. Now check this out. So there you go. So now my index is dog, person, spider, cat. So I can call my index just like I would when it was a number. So down here I say leg equals person, and it tells me it's got 2 legs. If I put cat in here, cat should come back with 4 because cat's got 4 legs. Okay, cool. And I can also filter that way. I can say all I want is everything in legs that has 4 legs. So if you notice I have dog and cat, so it should just return those 2. That's what it does. Okay. Now I can take a dictionary, which I made here. This is just your standard dictionary. You notice the curly braces. If you can't see them very clearly, those are the curly braces. They're normally on your keyboard above the square braces. And if you're used to like Java or something like that, I'm sure you're all too familiar with curly braces. But here we go. I've got myself a dictionary. Identify it here. You guys remember this code from earlier? They'll tell me type dictionary. But okay, so I've got myself a dictionary, and I can convert this into a series by simply just reassigning it to a variable and saying series, and putting the dictionary inside the command series, and now it's a series. So I would, if I wanted to, be able to, just to show you, I could call this by, the labels, indexes, there, and that'll give me 2. All right. So another thing you can do is you can pull the list of the indexes, and that takes all the indexes and puts them in a list form. You know. And I can assign this to a value like z here, and I can call on it like z3, just like a list, and get my indexes. So z3 is 2, you know, I can go z2, give me a parakeet, but just z, and there you go, I have my index list. And I can also call values. So this returns an array of the values, and you can do the exact same thing. You can assign it a variable and play around with it. So this is series in Pandas for Anaconda, not for Anaconda, for Python. Different snake, different manga thing. Uh, if you like this video, go ahead and hit the like and subscribe button. And go ahead and check out my website. I got a lot more lessons like this on there. Anything you want to learn, go ahead and leave me a message or a note below, and I will try to make a video for you to help cover whatever you want to learn. And thank you very much, and I hope to see you again.